And let's go to Melissa in Texas. Melissa, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Long-time listener, first-time caller, and I just want to say we were listening on Friday, and we've been praying for you all weekend.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much for that, and so glad you finally called in after all this time. How long have you been listening?
Long time, at least probably a couple years.
Wonderful. Glad to have you aboard. Well, what do you got for us today, Melissa?
Well, I was just calling in because I'm a mother here in Austin, Texas, and on Friday, my daughter, she's 14, and she goes to public school because I work an insane amount of hours, and I don't have a lot of money to send her to a private school or anything. But she goes to public school, and on Friday, one of her teachers gave her an assignment that she has to pretend that she was in the Twin Towers right before the terrorists hit the buildings and blew them up.
Oh, that was your daughter? Well, we talked about that news story that
No, I was actually from a different city.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a different city. This is actually, I think this is something, I wrote an article about this on our website. It's truthstreammedia.com. And since then, we've had parents write into us from all over the country. They've even done this to kindergartners.
Oh, no. Okay,
yeah.
Your website is what?
Truthstreammedia.com.
Okay, and everybody can go there and see that. Well, so they were given this assignment. Now tell us what the assignment was and what was the response of your child.
Oh, man. The assignment was that she was to pretend that she was in the Twin Towers before the planes hit, and she was supposed to write about what she would miss most about her life, because she got blown up. Like, that was the assignment.
Gosh.
And the teacher actually had the gall to tell her class that the reason she was giving this assignment is because her generation lacks empathy.
Wow.
So, I know. I didn't see empathy on the syllabus whenever it was sent home to me to sign for that class, you know what I'm saying? And she showed me what she wrote, and it was all about explosions and people screaming, how terrified she was. I mean, this is the assignment she was given in class. I mean, she was 2 years old when this happened, and a lot of the kids in that class weren't even alive yet. And I don't understand why. I'm still waiting for the school to get back to me. They still have not gotten back to me. But I don't understand why they would have an assignment like that other than just the fact that we live in a trauma-based society, and they want these kids to be indoctrinated to this agenda of giving up their rights as easily as some of us have since 9/11. It's used as a terror word to just 9/11, give up your rights, It's amazing. So,
I've got to say, Melissa, I think you're right on target with the reason why they did it. They have to keep this in the memory of the children who weren't there at the time and didn't get traumatized, so we can traumatize them now with this idea. And they have to keep this going. Now, you don't see them writing about empathy for the children at Waco, do you? You don't see that happening.
Never. They don't even talk about that happening. I mean,
That's right.
We talk about Syria and the chemical weapons that were used. They gassed the children in Waco. We don't talk about that. I mean, when I was in school, they always had us do assignments about the Holocaust, but they never had me write an assignment where I was sitting in a shower waiting for them to turn the sprayers on. I mean, this is insane.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Good point,
Insane.
Melissa. I'm glad you brought this to our attention. I'm wondering how many states and how many schools did this around the country.
Well, we had a parent write in to us from California who said that their kindergartner came home from school and was all scared and confused because they showed this kindergartner, who I presume was probably 5 years old, a video of a plane hitting a building, and the kindergartner was saying 2,000 people died and I don't know what to do. And the mother was horribly upset, but she was scared to even call the school because she didn't want to be, quote, outed. So,
oh, my gosh.
I, however, am going to call the school. I'm going to record that. I'm going to put that in a follow-up report on my website, and I'm also going to call the school board. And I'm just outraged.
Good for you. Good for you.
So,
you stay on top of it, and please call us back, Melissa. We need to hear from you. We need to find out what happened and their motivation for this, their phony empathy reason for doing this. But I would really like some follow-up if you don't mind.
I definitely will call back, definitely.
Thank you so much. Love you, girl. Glad to have you down there. And, man, doesn't it make you feel better? We got people like Melissa who are not afraid to call a school board. Come on, women. Come on, men. Let's get some, what's going here. Wow. Thank you very much for the phone call, and thank you for your stand.